Your DAF truck is one of the most fuel efficient vehicles on the road today. To get the best performance and economy from your vehicle, you need to ensure that it always has clean fuel. One of the ways to ensure that your fuel is always clean is to periodically drain the moisture from the fuel filter. The fuel filter is conveniently located on the left-hand side of the truck in front of the fuel tank. When it comes time to drain the moisture from the fuel filter, it pays to have some PPE, such as glasses and mechanics gloves, to ensure that you don't get diesel in your eye or on your hands. You'll also need a dish to catch the moisture in the fuel as you drain it from the filter so it doesn't go onto the ground. You need a 12mm ring spanner or socket, whichever you prefer, to go on the bleed screw. It pays to have a few rags just in case you need to wipe away any excess diesel. Before attempting to remove any moisture from the fuel system, ensure that the truck's turned off and that the master switch is turned off as well. There are two ways to find out if you have moisture in your fuel. One is through the sensor and located at the base of the bowl, which will make a pop-up display in the dash. And the second is to look in the bowl and see if there's any moisture in there. Okay, now that we have our PPE on, we'll put the container at the base of the fuel filter and we'll loosen the drain screw off. So now that we've loosened the drain screw off, we can drain all the moisture out of the base of the fuel filter, out of the bowl. Once all the moisture is drained out, we'll firmly close the drain screw. It's important to leave our drain container underneath the fuel filter while we're bleeding the system. Now that we've drained the moisture out of the fuel bowl, we need to bleed the fuel system. To do that, we're going to loosen the bleed screw at the top of the housing and start pumping the hand pump until no air bubbles are present in the fuel as it comes out of the bleed screw. So now you can see why we needed to leave that container underneath the fuel filter. There's no bubbles coming out, so we'll lock the bleed screw off. And we just get our rag and wipe any diesel that may be left on the filter. Once you've completed bleeding the fuel system, turn the master key back on and proceed to start the truck.